Welcome to Behind the ZZZ with Sleepyhead. I am one of your hosts today, Maura. I'm the affiliate and influencer manager here at Sleepyhead, and I am joined by.
I'm Taylor. I'm the influencer associate here at Sleepyhead. And yeah, we're super excited to talk all things influencer and get really into it.
Yeah, give the behind the scenes from a brand perspective, and just kind of give some insights of what we're doing here at Sleepyhead, how we're growing our influencer presence on social media, and yeah, just everything that it entails. So we're excited to talk with you today. Hey, how are you doing? How are you feeling?
I'm good. I'm happy. I'm glad. I'm just excited. It's Friday and it's the almost the weekend, so we're almost there. We're hanging in there.
Yes, we're getting through it. Do you have any fun weekend plans?
It'll probably be, like, more of a chill weekend, but, you never know where the wind will take me. It usually takes me to Zips, so we'll see what happens.
Oh my gosh, I love that. Well, I hope you have an amazing weekend. I also have some fun weekend plans. I'm going to a hockey game tonight, so I'm really
Ooh.
excited about that. It's giving winter. It's like getting me into the winter mode, even though we're in Arizona and it's still 80 degrees. But I'm excited to wear a sweater and be a little bit cooler. So I'm excited for that. Um, but yeah, should we just dive right into it? You tell us what you do at Sleepyhead and what your role entails.
Yeah, so as I said, I am influencer associate here, which kind of entails lurking in everyone's DMs. It's a little bit of stalking, if you will, but in a good way. I stalk to find all the best influencers, and it's really fun. I really enjoy it. I never knew what I wanted to do when I first started marketing, so I'm glad that I kind of fell into this category because it's actually super fun for me.
Mhm.
I basically, on a day-to-day basis, just communicate with the influencers that we have, just really making sure they're all set up for success, and looking at everyone's amazing content. It's amazing.
Yeah, no, you're so good at what you do. You're always so fun with them and, always engaging and just staying really up to date on who's up and coming and just who would be a great fit. You do such an amazing job. And yeah, it's so fun getting to work with you and seeing you grow. You got into influencer marketing at like such a great time too, because it's growing so much. The boom of like talk and all these new platforms. So it's really cool because I feel like even within influencer marketing, it seems like it's just one thing, but there's multiple avenues and so many things that really go on behind the scenes that you get to like dive into, and it translates over into every other part of social media. This is my favorite part of marketing is influencers and partnerships and all that, because it's really cool to see your favorite creators and then bring them on to the brand you're working with, and then getting to like communicate with them, whether that's through their agency or direct, and then really be how they work, what type of content they create for you, and they all come into, play. So you're definitely in a it's so fun. I love working together. I feel like we just have the best time. And this summer we really got to see all the hard work that was put in. And do you want to give a little bit of behind the scenes of kind of like your process of finding and seeding influencers, since that is one of your main things that you're doing every day?
There's a lot of new ways, like, there's a lot of ways that AI has been helping with this type of thing, seeding and finding influencers. However, I find it more fun and more useful and effective to, like, still be scrolling
Mhm.
through physically on Instagram and finding different creators because it kinda gives you an impression of who they are and what they post rather than just having AI spew out a bunch of different creators that they think
Mhm.
may work, which is
Mhm.
also so helpful when you're kind of, like, in a pinch or anything, but that's what I really like about this job because it's like I'm doing my market research and I'm just scrolling Instagram and it's super fun for me, so I think organically finding people has been, like,
Mhm.
super like, a great way for us to find creators. That's, like, how we
Mhm.
found most of them this past year, so
Mhm.
that's kind of the process.
Yeah, I also like seeding organically because you're seeing their content and like pages and actually watching multiple videos rather than when you kind of pull from a list that was generated. It's like, and you have to like go out and look them up and watch their content, and it's not as thorough, I feel like, times, but yeah, you always find the best. And you being in such a niche, we're in college mattress toppers, we're looking for a very specific type of creator. And I feel like outside of this, you consume content that's really cool and fun and interesting. And I have just such a gift with finding great influencers and just content and ideas. So it's really cool to kind of see your process. You should tell them about the Ryan Trahan video because I feel like it's such a great just moment at Sleepyhead, but also just for you personally in your career, how that all came into fruition. So you should definitely touch on that.
Yeah. Well, like Maura said, I just consume probably too much content, to be honest. I really do need a social media break sometimes, but it's, like, so hard for me because it's also now a part of my job, but I love
Mhm.
it, so it works. But basically, over summer, me and my boyfriend had been watching this Ryan Trahan series that he was doing, and he was going to 50 states in 50 days, all while raising money for St. Jude, so it was
Mhm.
just a great cause as well to donate to,
Mhm.
and it was a tier where if you donated a certain amount of money, he would read your comment, on the
Mhm.
video, so I thought it was a great opportunity.
Mhm.
He also started every video, or almost every video, by saying, "Good morning, sleepyheads," and I was like,
Mhm.
"This is lit genius and perfect."
Mhm.
Also, my boyfriend likes to take credit for it. He says that he gave me the idea, and I was like, "It was not your idea," but
A little friendly competition.
yeah. So I just brought up the idea of, donating, and
Mhm.
it was just like a win-win for us because we got to be in a really popular creator's video, and also
Mhm.
we got to donate to St. Jude, which is like an amazing
Mhm.
organization. So it was just a perfect timing, perfect everything, and we ended up donating on his, I think, 25th day in New Jersey, and
Mhm.
by the end of the series, there was like 10 minutes long of him reading these donations, so we ended up donating at a great time because it was still, like, here
Mhm.
and there donations, and he would watch all the way through, so
Mhm.
it ended up just it was, like, perfect timing, perfect everything, and I'm so glad we got to be a part of that. I was
Mhm.
so starstruck when that happened. I was like, "What?"
Yeah, no, it was such a cool opportunity. She had to mention it kind of casually, and then she was, "We need to get on this." And I was, "Okay, let's go pitch it to the rest of the team." And everyone was so excited and just the outcome and just, getting that brand awareness from a really big creator and of course, a really great cause. And that's something we're really big at here at Sleepyhead is just giving back. And that's a really big part of our value. So it was just a win-win all around and really cool, I'm sure, for you, Ted, because like you said, you and your boyfriend were watching it and then to then be a part of the content that you were like so excited following along on this amazing series and then to get to be a part of it. That's my favorite part of, influencer marketing is just seeing everything come to life and again the hard work and how the idea came to be and then it, came into play. So that's really cool. That's one of my favorite moments for you because you get all the credit for that one because that was just so cool. We had a lot of people message us, discover us through that video, so it was just really cool to see what came about after it as well, so props to you. But yeah, Tay, you have such a great gift with really the content and finding the best creators. I would say that's a really good tip too for anyone, like, starting out in marketing, or just in general, if you have an idea, say it. You never know what's gonna stick, and even if it seems, like, so crazy or maybe it's, like, bigger investment, like, if you feel like it's something that should come into play, definitely go for it because, yeah, that's what we saw, with that specific instance.
When I
Um
first saw that video too, this sounds so silly, but I literally almost teared up. I was like, "Oh my god," like, just to not that he even said my name or anything specifically, but just that it really came to life to, like, see
Mhm.
Sleepyhead in that. It made me emotional. I was, "Oh my gosh." It's crazy the impact you can, like, have. He said we were goated. He was like, "Goated brand name." I was like, I'll never forget that comment. I will never.
We'll insert the screenshot from the
Yes.
video and
Yeah.
link it so that way everyone can go watch and support. Any other insights that you can give as far as kind of day to day or anything that you're kind of using? I know you mentioned AI. Any tips or tricks to someone's in this role to help manage the program?
Yeah. I mean, I think using AI is obviously great. Everyone needs to get on that and be able to not have it necessarily do everything for you, but just to be there to help you and give you aid. Like, especially with even just messaging, it's like so simple. You
Mhm.
just type out a message, and I always just say, make this sound a little bit better. And it always does. It always knows
Mhm.
exactly what you're
Mhm.
doing. So if you keep, if you keep, like, training your
Mhm.
AI and doing that, like, it really helps as well, and then
Yep.
there's so many different, like, programs that we use now that are coming out with their own
Mhm.
version of AI with influencer searching and messaging, so
Mhm.
just becoming more familiar with it, not letting it outgrow you.
Mhm.
So, I
Yeah.
think just staying up to date with that is really important.
Mhm. Yeah, that's something that we talk a lot about here at Sleepyhead is AI and using it as a tool rather than being like afraid or scared that it's going to replace it because it truly does make everyone's jobs more, efficient. And it's definitely a great tool. And someone on our team actually mentioned we'll never know a world without it now. So it's a part of us. So how can you implement it and really be utilizing it in a way that is going to again make your job and efficiency, increase and just overall improve your workflow and so but that's really interesting to think about when he said that the other day. I was, "Wow, that's so true," but I guess that goes with anything. There was a world before social media and before all
Mm.
these things, so, yeah, it's just crazy. I wonder what's gonna be the new AI in a couple of years, so
It's already gotten amazing at creating videos too. If you're into video editing and things like
Mhm,
that, it's there I think what it's called is Sora is the new video AI app, and there's, like, a lot of silly videos going around on
mhm,
TikTok. Like, I'm sure some people have seen the AI Jake Paul videos.
yeah,
So, it's
mhm,
just, like it's insane because I remember there was also this meme of sorts where it was when AI videos first came out, and it was literally Will Smith eating spaghetti, and it was such a bad AI video, but to see, like, growth of that from then to now is absolutely insane.
it's crazy just to see how advanced AI and how they've really got it locked down now, and I'll see a video and people are I can't even tell if this is AI or not, which is kinda scary to think about. There was, like, one where it was the bunnies on the trampoline that was, like, super viral and was, like, a huge moment, so it's kinda scary in that realm that we might not be able to, like, distinguish, like, okay, yes, we can differentiate that this is AI versus real, but yeah, it is cool to just see how from a brand side, how you can really utilize it to create, these fun graphics or I feel like it's allowing people to be more creative in the design process of making it just simple to execute those ideas. 'Cause I feel like sometimes, like, even I'll have an idea, but I'm like, I can't actually execute this. So having AI to like, do it to bring the vision to life is definitely really cool. But yeah, curious to see like what's next for it or what's going to be like the new hot thing. Uh, but cool. Okay. What are kind of going back to seeding creators and that process, what are some tips if there's anyone listening that is maybe just starting out in their content creation career or are looking to get into it from your perspective? What are some tips and tricks that you can provide to, help them get noticed by brands or maybe their content itself? What what tips do you have?
This is, like, so cheesy, but literally just being yourself, like, will always kinda
Mhm,
stick out to us. We used to have more, like, set campaigns where it was, "Do this type of video," but now we've kinda opened it up more to give our
mhm,
influencers more creative freedom, and getting the videos back and seeing their personalities, like, shine through the
mhm,
videos and their type of humor, like, that, like, really gets me, and I love to see it 'cause I'm like, "We could be friends." It's so parasocial, but I'm like, "We have the same type of humor." I love
mhm,
that. So, I think, first of all, being yourself always helps, and creating the content that reflects who you are as a person, 'cause that
mhm.
always stands out.
Yeah.
And then I think just not never give up. Yeah. They're dumb too, but, like, just, like, don't get discouraged if, like, a
Mhm,
video doesn't do as great, because like, I promise you there's some social media manager out there that still saw it and is loving it, so
mhm,
it doesn't matter, like, the amount of likes and the amount of followers that you have. Obviously, it does to an extent, but it's also just don't get discouraged by that, because 'cause
mhm,
we'll still notice and we'll still appreciate the
mhm,
content that you make. Just because someone has a lot of followers doesn't always mean that they're
mhm,
necessarily raking in the commission or anything. It
mhm,
may be like a little viral moment, like, to get more brand awareness, but what we've seen is a lot of the smaller creators
mhm,
are the ones that really have the biggest impact, at least for our customers, so
mhm.
I think
Yeah, no, those are such great tips. Kind of going back to like being yourself and authentic and being consistent as well. You mentioned that's such a great point because I feel like, you have to start somewhere and the more practice makes perfect is what they say. The more you continue to like, create content, you're going to evolve and find your style, kind of find your niche per se and kind of what works well. And people are going to stick to that. And when you can go on someone's page and you can see off the bat, the style of content you're getting from the creator right away is really cool. And then kind of as you watch their videos to just see they're consistently showing up in the same way. And just being themselves really goes a long way. And I feel like brands are they love that. They love the authenticity because when you're creating an ad or doing a brand deal, you want it to feel as organic as possible. You want it to be a natural integration, whether that's your mattress topper or whatever else it may be. And how to mention, previously coming into the program, there was, certain set of we always provide guidelines, but just really opening up the creative to the creator has really showcased success. And we've seen that across the board because people like to see the natural integration and they don't want it feels too ads or just too salesy or that it's like so scripted that it's okay, like this is definitely an ad. One of our most viral videos was a dorm haul and she was setting up all of her products. So it was a natural integration. She talked about other products she was bringing, but then made the main point that Sleepyhead was her number one essential. But that video has over 3 million views, and it's literally just a little haul. So people see that natural integration and just where it feels like the creator is talking to her friend about it. So I think that was a really great point. And then going back to consistency, just posting as much as you can because that's how you're going to grow and build your audience, build that community that really wants to follow you around. I have a few of my favorite creators, and every day I'm like, waiting for that notification of this creator posted today so I can go watch it because it's just a part of my daily routine then. So I always get sad when a creator hasn't posted in a couple days or if it's been weeks, I'm like, what's going on? Like, where are you? So I love when, the creators are posting every day and being really active and involved and all that. And I brands notice that as well because, if someone's not posting, if they're posting here and there and then you're working with them, their engagement might be a little bit off because they're not consistently showing up. So I think if you're really active and participating in trends that make sense to you and like really taking your audience along, that goes a long way. So
And it can definitely be hard because I think we've talked about this before and I'm always, I want to be an influencer, but then at the same time, like it's very time consuming and people, yeah, I think people like oftentimes think influencer don't work hard or that it's not that hard to be viral and it's actually, it takes a lot of time and it takes a lot of effort for every 5-second clip they record. They also have to go in and edit that. So people aren't people forget how much work it actually is.
yeah, I totally agree. Like, I'm the same way. Like, there was a point where I wanted to be like a YouTuber, like in college and like growing up. I was like, but then I realized, like, oh, wow, this actually takes like time, energy. Like, you have to be on, per se, like to some extent. And like, some days no, I can't do
Yeah.
that. I don't have it into me. That's why I went to the brand side of things because I still get that, but I'm not. I'm doing the different work. So yeah, that's such a hot take. But like, being an influencer and content creation, it's not just like posting a video. There's a lot that goes behind the scenes. So give your influencers some grace. And obviously, it's not your standard job, and like, it's such a fun career path. But it does. There's still a lot that goes into it. Next time you want to say something about it, maybe just okay. There's some time and effort put into it
Mhm.
for sure. So I'm glad that you touched on that point.
It's not all just fun events and free things. I
Yeah,
mean, it is for sure, and that's the perks of it, but
yeah,
yeah, it's hard.
yeah, no, I totally agree. So, coming from a brand point too, it's we see the hard work and the effort that these creators put in, and sometimes they create a video, but there might be some edits, so even
Mhm.
that takes time. The time frame of when you post or, like, when you sign your contract to when you actually post, there might be, like, a couple weeks or a couple months, so kind of staying up with the brand and the creator and things. So, there's a lot that goes behind the scenes. We talk about this all the time, but who is your influencer that you would love to have a part of the dream team?
It's tough because I feel a lot of the people that I watch aren't necessarily in college anymore, but I think actually, I have a new one that's in college. He goes to U of A, and his name is Batty Benito, and he's so funny. I think we just need more hilarious people like that, that just like I said, he's not afraid to be himself. He just puts himself out. He literally puts himself out there when I tell you, like, he is crazy in the best way possible, and I think he grew so fast because people just love his personality and are like, "You're so fun." It's almost like they said again, like, parasocial. I'm like, "I wanna be your friend so bad." So, I think people like that, like
For sure. Yeah,
yeah.
I know you showed me him and I love it, and I love that he goes to U of A because I'm a alum, bear down. So, that's so fun. Maybe next year you'll see a Sleepyhead X Benito Batty, is that what it is?
Batty same
Batty
thing.
Benito. If you're listening, we'll tag him, let's collab. But no, yeah, I mine would be an Alex Earl or I think someone on that scale would be really, really cool or a collegiate athlete that's big. I can't think of one because I'm not
Let's
necessarily
see, Sam Levitt at ASU,
Sam Levitt,
if
okay.
you're listening.
Yep, Sam Levitt, if you're listening. But I think having someone that has the following and the influence at that scale would be really cool, and not just doing typical collaboration, but a full kind of partnership where I really loved, and we talked about this too, like the Poppy X Alex Earl Scholarship, doing something like that where we're actually having like a bigger impact and not just kind of like creating a video campaign, but actually doing something more that's going to be beneficial to our college demographic. I think something in that realm would be really cool. So maybe it's like, a scholarship or it's like an event that gives back or whatever it is, something on that realm would be really cool.
What's one TikTok sound or maybe even, like, meme that just kinda lives rent free in your head?
Oh my god, such a hard one because I feel like I go in phases where I'm like saying one a lot, but the one that just immediately comes to mind is "It's Not That Serious" one. Um, you know what it never was? That serious. I don't know why, but me and my friends have led that for like years now, however long it's been out. I'm trying to think of any like recent ones. I can't think right now.
No.
But I know that there's so many, but that one specifically, we always are saying, "It's not that serious. It never was that serious," which is, like, so true. What about you? I feel like you probably have some fun
Well,
ones.
the since you said that, that made me think of, like it's like an older show, but it's, like, become so popular on TikTok now, it's like Flavor of Love when Tiffany is like, "I'm still in the mother freaking house." Like, I always am saying that nowadays.
Funny. I haven't seen that.
No, it's so funny. That show is iconic and hilarious.
Yeah, I'll have to watch. What's your favorite current TikTok or Instagram trend?
Oh my gosh, that's hard. That's why can't I think either? I'm just always, like, a vlog girly, a
Mhm.
vlog
You are.
lover, like,
You're
I
a YouTube
yeah.
stan, 100%.
Yeah, so any like, I love that I used to always watch family vlogs growing up or just every YouTuber's vlog ever, so I think bringing that type of content onto Instagram
Mhm.
and TikTok has been honestly a little dangerous for me
Yeah.
'cause I can't stop scrolling, but I
Yeah.
just love watching a day in the life of
I love a
different
good day
types
in
of
life.
people and what they
Mhm.
do, so that will always be iconic, but what about you?
I feel like now I'm the same way. I feel like I'm kind of going back to what I used to love watching, makeup
Mhm.
videos or clothing hauls and stuff. But I feel like as far as like trend, I love the like prank ones. Right now it's like a dog baptism. Have you seen those
Yeah.
videos?
Oh my
Oh my gosh,
gosh.
I want to do that with my parents so bad because
Oh
I
my
think it would be
god.
so funny. But that's just like on my For You page so much. So I feel like that's the first one that came into mind. But I love the silly ones where it's just like people are just having fun. I saw this one, it was the baptism, it was this guy and his girlfriend, and it went really viral, and he called in 2 of his friends, and one friend was like, "Oh my gosh, so supportive, like, yes, like, I would love to, thank you for inviting me," and then the other one was like, "You're actually kidding. No, I will not." He's like, "Really?" He's like, "Why would I go to your dog's house?" So, like, it's just so funny. I love those interactions, rawness of it. So those are really fun, or like a trend that was like, seeing if we have any talents to quit our day job, and then it's like,
Yeah.
I'm sick. And I saw Jonas Brothers did it recently, with I forget who else was in it. I wanna say, like, Ed Sheeran, but that's, like, totally wrong. It wasn't Ed Sheeran, but they just recently did it, and they're actual singers doing this trend. So I love when everyone jumps on something and takes their spin on it. I think it's so fun, so
I actually love that trend too, like, I was,
Mhm.
like, almost gonna do it, but I'm like, "This is, like, too embarrassing
Wait,
to
which
post."
one?
The one where you're, like, in your back
Singing? Oh my gosh, we should do it after this.
We should. We'll do that. That would be, like, a good, like, for this podcast.
That is, oh
Be
my
like, "No,
gosh.
we can just stick to podcasting."
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's so fun. Are you listening to podcasts?
Yes, I it's, like, kind of dumb not dumb, 'cause Trisha Paytas is not dumb, but that's what I listen to, 'cause
Mhm.
it's just
It's like
she's
pop culture,
yeah,
kind of like an easy listen.
she keeps me up to date with all the tea,
Mhm.
'cause I've always been ever since Dramageddon with the makeup influencers, remember that? Oh my god. Yeah, I've been obsessed, and it's like, gossip is a sin, and that's my sin, okay? Like, I really do love gossip, I love the tea well, obviously, when
Mhm.
it doesn't involve me, but
Yes.
I
You
think
like listening to everyone else's, like,
yeah,
suits, yeah. No, I'm the same way, and also I feel like you have to stay up to date on all the things because you need to know what's going on.
exactly.
Who is fighting, who is, where the trenches are. I've never listened to that podcast before, but I know that you, talk about that one, and then
Mhm.
when Canceled was on, I know it's not
Yeah,
anymore, but I listen or watch through TikTok because I see the clips, but I
yeah.
haven't listened to the actual full podcast. I go in spurts where I'm, like, really into listening to podcasts, and then I'll go and I'll just be, like, on TikTok. My TikTok is my tried and true. If I can have just one social media platform, it's gonna be that one.
Mhm.
I feel like for you, it'd probably be YouTube, or what would you say?
Yeah, I guess so, like, if I had to, like, choose one to watch for the rest of my life, I
Mhm.
think it would be YouTube.
Yeah.
I
Mhm.
just I love YouTube, and it's just so broad, you can
Mhm.
literally watch anything. I mean, I guess that's the same with all of them nowadays, but
Mhm.
Instagram is my least used for sure. I still love scrolling through there every once in
Mhm.
a while, but it's my Instagram's not I don't go on it enough to get my algorithm good, so
I agree with that. Instagram is like they don't do the best job of like pushing content from like, new creators. It just like will pop on your feed, but like, sometimes I get annoyed. I want to see
yeah.
people I'm actually following. Whereas TikTok, I know I'm scrolling to discover people, so that's what I use it for. Whereas Instagram, I just want to use it for my own personal
Mhm.
follow the creators that I've been following on Instagram for years, and then also my friends and family. I don't necessarily want to discover new content on Instagram. For me personally, I know I can go to TikTok to do that, but it's just interesting to see who likes which platforms, why. What do you think as far as the creator world and influencing world? Which platform do you feel is the best job?
I mean, I think our creators like to post on TikTok more because I feel like it feels less like I don't know
Curated, it's just
yeah.
more natural, yeah.
Well, on Instagram, it seems so much more serious nowadays, like, I've seen so many here's a good trend, actually. A couple girls have been posting their Halloween outfits, and they'll be like, I popped off this Halloween for 60 likes on Instagram." So it's like it's becoming more it's harder to, like, get seen on there for some reason. Their
Mhm.
algorithm is or maybe people are just haters nowadays, who knows? But, yeah, it's just it's TikTok feels, like, so more lighthearted and
Mhm.
easier to share rather than Instagram feels, like,
Yeah.
way more serious, like, you have to, like,
Yeah.
be professional, be on nowadays.
Yeah, I feel like Instagram is the corporate of the world. It's like you
Yeah.
kinda have to be a little bit more polished
Mhm,
and curated and professional per se, whereas TikTok, you see people's actual lives, the behind the scenes, just their more true self.
mhm.
So I definitely agree with that. We have definitely prioritized TikTok, but as far as kind of like success in whitelisting and boosting. We see a lot of that on Instagram and have seen actually a lot of our creators grow because of whitelisting on Instagram. So it's really great for brands to have their maybe TikTok creators post on Instagram as well because we have seen a lot of success with that. I kind of touched on it earlier, but we had one creator go viral on Instagram, which I feel like is so much harder to do than on TikTok. So that was really cool to just see that really like, take off just really organically. So I will say Instagram on the brand sides of things is that's our main platform, our strongest as far as creators. But I know it's hard to not want to just do TikTok or YouTube. But I'm excited for next year and kind of like trying out more channels and just different style creators because I feel we we still have a lot to like dip our toes into. So I'm excited. And
Yeah.
podcasting being one of them, not only actually having a podcast, but sponsorships on podcasts because I know it's a booming industry and I feel like next year we're really going to see that. So I'm excited that we're doing it.
Yeah. And if anyone has any podcasts that they like to listen to, comment down below.
Yes,
Give us any
yes.
recommendations.
Yeah. What are the college kids listening to these days? What content are you consuming? Who are you following?
Mhm.
We're always looking for creators to watch and then also maybe collab with, so
Yeah.
okay, I think
Yeah.
that's a wrap on Behind the Zine. up Z's. What's Sleepyhead?
Mhm.
Well, thank you, Tay, for being an amazing co-host this morning.
Thank you.
Where can everyone find us?
You guys can all and you guys have to go follow us on @SleepyheadUSA on all platforms, and do it right now for good luck.
Who do you wanna see on? Give us some guests that you would like to hear more behind the scenes from, because we'd love to kinda interview them and see what's worked for them. So, yay, well, thank you. I hope everyone has an amazing rest of their day, week, month, whenever you're listening to this, and we'll see you next time. Bye.